So problem number 21 is just like problem number 20, which means a little bit like problem number 18. So, same old story. We have a mysterious gas, we don't know what it is, we're going to try to identify its molar mass. We have an additional piece of information, and that is that this gas is made of only carbon and oxygen. So, since I need to be using my molar mass equation, that's dRT over P, and I need to know density, I've done this a couple of times already, so density is going to equal mass divided by volume, and in this case the mass is 0.00726 grams and the volume is 0.00370 liters. Alright, the pressure was given as 1 atmosphere, so that means my R is going to be 0.0821. I told you the pressure was given as 1 atmosphere. And that leaves the last thing to put in there, which is the temperature. We're told it's standard temperature and pressure, which is 273. So the molar mass of this unknown gas is 44. Oops. So if I go through this, that I find the molar mass by taking the density times R times temperature divided by the pressure, and I come up with 44 grams per mole, and I further know that this gas only is made up of carbon, which has a mass of 12, and oxygen, which has a mass of 16, that I can see that if I try to go straight with carbon, I can get up to 36, but then there's not 16 left over. So there has to be 3 or fewer carbons. Same way of thinking about it, there has to be 2 or fewer oxygens. 3 oxygens would get me up to 42, and there wouldn't be enough left over for any carbon at all. So it has to have both, so let's just start with one of each. If I have a carbon and an oxygen, that would be carbon monoxide. That would have a mass of 12 plus 16. That would have a molar mass of 28. All right? 28 plus another 12, if I put a second carbon on here, that would get me up to 40. So I would be 4 short, and I wouldn't have enough room, I wouldn't have a way of making up those 4 with carbon or oxygen. So let's put a second oxygen on it instead. 28 plus another 16 happens to be 44. So, since I know that it's only got carbon and oxygen in it, I can determine that this unknown gas has to be carbon dioxide.